We're back at it again. Welcome back to Champion Corner Podcast, where the real fans meet. I'm your host today, BJ the Professor, and I'm joined here by, first off, the number one player, Sean
Oh yeah,
Player, super producer. Tell him how you doing today.
man, I am doing fantastic. It's another beautiful day in Central Florida, but I dare not bore you with those details. But it's
Yeah,
a great day. It's a
thank you.
great day.
Awesome. All right, next up, we also have your favorite host, top tier, Ron G. Let him know how you feeling today.
Oh man, I am great. Well, not so great, my girl. Where am I? I'm looking for my girl Naomi. I need to see her. I need to see the black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. But other than that, I'm pretty good today. How y'all doing?
Doing really well. Thank you for asking, actually, in that case. But, like I said, this is a fine radio show, fine YouTube program that you also find on Twitch. You can also find us out there around Patreon. We also be found on championscornerpodcast.com where you get your favorite merch, even some
Spotify
of
as
your
well.
highlights and news as well. And you know what? You always want to click the like and subscribe button in case you find us because you want to know when we go live. Sometimes we do it randomly. Who knows? Just be out the blue. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram, where we got over 1,000 followers on TikTok as well. So I do want to put that out there too. I meant to say TikTok, not Twitter, because Twitter don't exist anymore. But we're going to get right into it. And as Ron mentioned, we're going to talk about the Naomi situation. One of the biggest curveballs this week to come out on Monday Night Raw in Quebec was a scheduled match between Naomi and Io Sky, but Naomi was not cleared to wrestle. Kind of came out of the blue. It was reported just by Sean Ross Sapp that the conditions were legitimate and it forced to alter plans that she really wasn't medically cleared. So no kayfabe, no work. This is just real life, period. The next, I think later that day, or at least the next day, Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer floated around the idea that she may be pregnant. This speculation spread quickly online. It was part of Naomi having this publicly said in an interview that she wanted to start a family and hoped to win a world title before doing so. If pregnancy is a reason, her Clash in Paris match with Stephanie Valcour could be postponed or they could possibly vacate the title. Gentlemen, where do we see this Naomi situation going, and what do you think may possibly be keeping her out?
Well, I'll go. Not unless you want to go. I know that's your girl. You want to do that?
Hey, I can say go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. I have the world's smallest violin right now, but I'm gonna digress. But nonetheless, whichever side it falls on, like you said, Professor, life just happens. Whether this is a legitimate injury or whether she's decided to pursue a family, which, if it's the latter, she decided to pursue family life. I mean, a huge plus. I mean, what a perfect time to do it. It may be in the, I guess, downside of a fan's perspective, like, oh man, we were just getting rolling with, the heel Naomi. We was all enjoying the character, all enjoying the dialogue and everything that came with it. But at the end of the day, hey man, like she said in Stephanie's podcast years ago, they were unable, women were just looked at as taboo to do family life. And not just women. I mean, the whole industry. I mean, locker room per se, you put family on the back burner and it was strictly day-to-day business with the business. Now you hear about people like Alexa Bliss having her child in the locker room setting. Somebody's watching her child while she's doing shows. You hear about them being able to take time off and spend time with the family. So it's a different era. It's a different time. So if it is, in fact, she's having family time and she wants to pursue having a child, what a blessing. What a perfect time to do it. And I mean, she'll be right back in the title picture when she comes back. I don't see no reason why. But if it's an injury, then that would go to what Booker T says about how, and I also agree. Now, just a disclaimer: I've never been in the ring but one time, so I'm just saying. I mean, I think that having these shows, house shows or live events, can lower and lesser the risk of injury and give people more reps. But what do you think, Crump?
Yeah, to that live event thing. I mean, yeah, that's true. But also, some people get injured on those live events, and they can't make the big shows, and so it can go either way. Um, I hope she's not injured. I'd rather her be pregnant than injured. But if it's something else, a contract issue or something like happened last time she had to leave with Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné now. Um, I don't know. Like I said, if it's she pregnant, like dang Jimmy, come on. Right when she get going, come on, Jimmy, big Jim, right now.
He takes the heat.
like proceed with contraception. Like, come on, come on,
That's
It
clever.
take two. It take two for that thing to happen. Now it ain't
I
on
know,
Kim.
I know,
It
I
ain't
know,
on
but
Kim. She
hey,
ain't
hey,
on Kim.
That was clever. I'm gonna steal that one.
proceed with contraception. Yeah. Um,
Take it.
it's all good. Like I said, she did get the world championship. Got a nice title defense at a big show on SummerSlam against two of the best on the roster, and Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. But of course, I wanted the reign to go longer. Like maybe it still will. Like I said, we just don't know exactly what's going on. It's a lot of confusion, a lot of just hearsay, rumors, even from the people that usually give us the news for the most time. Maybe they're right. I don't know, but until they confirm it, we just don't know. But like I said, of course, like I said, this has been a run, one of the best runs she's ever been on, if not the best. And I did watch some of that podcast you was talking about, Sean, the Stephanie's podcast, and they was talking about family and stuff like that, and her journey so far and where she's at now. So yeah, that's definitely on her mind right now. And like I said, she talked about it before then on the Bellas podcast about starting a family. But I know she wanted to get that long world title run, or like at least a decent reign. I would like to say at least go through at the end of the year, maybe lose it at Royal Rumble, something like that, or WrestleMania. I thought that would have been great for her to do, especially I really wanted her to get to Crown Jewel in Perth to fight, either hopefully Bianca get the title or something like that, so they could, continue and finish that story between those two. So it's a lot left on the table for her. I hope she is able to collect from the table and then likes to start her family. But if the time is now, time is now. It is what it is. And she did get the championship, so she'll always be in the history books as the champion. So it's all a blessing all the way through. So prayers for Naomi that everything works out for her. Either way it goes.
Yeah, definitely agree. I do want to touch on the whole house show circuit, and I do agree that sometimes the working of the body and the regular motion can prevent injuries. Look, this has been a long time discussion in football and basketball. So wrestling is just now experiencing this, which I find fascinating, because now with TK overtaking over wrestling, the conversations I've heard in football and basketball, I'm starting to hear in WWE. We're going to talk about contracts pretty soon. That's another discussion you hear often in sports. But no, you can ask any football player. They'll tell you the best way to prepare for the season is to practice, is to play in the preseason games. But the NFL players in their most recent CBA set it up where they don't do many practices, especially no practicing with tackles. And since then, you could probably say the injuries have gone up. We talk about load management in the NBA. Feel like injuries have gone up because of it, because you're not putting your body through the stress test that it needs to go the long distance. Taking away the house shows could be a detriment. Also, from another standpoint, of a fan standpoint, house shows was a good experience for the fans to get a more intimate experience with wrestlers. That's another reason why I kind of miss house shows. So
Come
there's
to the
that in that,
township. You know what I
right?
mean? The township.
Yeah,
And,
you
and,
get
and
autographs.
because Booker T says that when you take time off from the ring, your body just don't just come back and just pick up where it left off. You gotta have that pressing. You gotta have that grind every day, just like what you were saying about football players. Like I
Mm-hmm.
heard a lot of players say, like, man, they left there or they missed preseason, then their whole season was jacked up.
Yeah, because they didn't get the
Mm.
time to really condition themselves for the
Yeah,
grind.
yeah,
So that's a really
yeah.
big part of it. And if she is pregnant, congratulations, Mazel Tov. Not too different from when Becky did it. Let's remember she
Right.
got
Yeah.
pregnant and she had to relinquish the title to the newly won Miss Money in the Bank Oscar. That was a very
Yeah.
genuine moment. And I don't know, maybe we'll see something like that because there's a likelihood if that's the case, Naomi's got to give up that title.
Got to
Yeah.
give up that title.
But who would y'all like to see with have the title if she does have to vacate the title?
Yeah, just keep it off. You know what? Just not
You gonna say
Rhea
keep it off
Ripley.
Rhea?
Yeah, just not Rhea Ripley.
Not Rhea Ripley. I
Just
mean,
keep her out of the
they're
picture
going
for
to
a
Perth.
while.
They're going to her hometown. Why not? I mean, they're going to her
I
hometown.
know they
Oh,
are. I mean, she probably is going to win it. It's just
Oh,
I like to see her a level outside of that. She has not been in the non-title picture for a very long time at this point.
very long
Even
time.
when other people had the title, it was still about Rhea. So it's
Yeah.
like let's just kind of move away for a little bit.
I mean, cause dog, you got Liv Morgan out, who's a big draw. You
Yeah,
got Naomi out, who's a big draw.
yeah.
I mean,
Just
Like
lose some. They
you
can
got
show up.
EO
EO.
Scott could get it back. They
You can
just want to
insert
put the rocket on
Bailey.
Stephanie.
Well, they probably gonna do that anyway.
I
You
don't
know,
know,
I
cause
mean,
she
yeah, they're
was
gonna do that anyway. I'm just saying, just her, you know, give her the title
Stephanie.
now.
I don't think now. I don't think now. I don't think now. Maybe by
She's got the title shot.
she got a title shot, but that don't mean she
Yeah,
gonna win. You know.
it
I
don't.
know.
Lyra, Becky,
It's
Bailey.
still got
Bailey's
Oscar.
right there. They already starting the storyline with Bailey got going on.
But
So can she get it?
Bailey like she about to turn heel and cause some ruckus.
Right. That heel replacing the heel, and right there, Bailey's right there.
They might put it on her face. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's possible,
The
but
face is fun for a chase, though.
yeah, yeah.
I would much rather have it just be like a tournament for it, not just like like a one-on-one match. Maybe
Right.
at one of the maybe Survivor. I don't know. I don't think we should wait that long to Survivor Series.
No,
Nah. I mean, it could be Bailey versus Lyra. That, like I said, that's the word still going on. Bailey versus Lyra for the world championship.
No, I mean, who else was in that?
Whoa.
Yeah, no.
I'm just putting out options. That's all.
But I'm saying though, but Lyra, come on, you first got to earn the shot.
You got to earn Lyra
opportunity.
You got to earn that, bro.
I mean, just lost the Intercontinental title shot. So how you just bump right to the world title?
I'm just saying that the story is
still
there.
the Intercontinental picture. You know what I mean? It should be the two girls
for the title, though.
It should be the two girls that was in the same ring with Naomi. So that should be Rhea and Io Sky.
I mean, you start there at least.
Start there. But I'm saying Stephanie has a shot right now, and if we don't want to put it back on Io or Rhea, Stephanie or Bailey. I mean, those are the main two right now I can see.
Yeah,
if it's not Rhea or Io.
I know, it's just you said Lyra, and it's like I know we want Lyra to go. She's going to the next phase, but it's like.
But Lyra can't challenge for Intercontinental title, especially while Becky has it right now. That's what I'm saying.
That doesn't mean she goes for the world. Okay, so you can't challenge for the Intercontinental. You know what? Just get away to that. Don't just.
Oh yeah, I ain't saying just give it to her. Now, I mean, it's gonna be a tournament or number one contenders match on Raw or something like that. Yeah, I ain't saying just give it to her.
But being that that's the case, we have not seen it not just end up happening anyway. She can have a match with Bailey, and that be the stipulation that she can get a title shot match back. And then, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that she won't get another shot at the Intercontinental title.
I mean, when Becky loses it,
she will. But Becky loses it.
But that's what she got going on right now. So for her to just pop up in the world title picture, I need her to earn that one.
Yeah, no, I like Lyra too.
I mean, she probably wouldn't win. I'm just saying she just be in the running.
Well, whether it's short-term medical holds or start of a bigger chapter in Naomi's life, we'll soon know enough. But make no mistake, her absence this close to Clash in Paris has definitely flipped the women's division plans all upside down at this point. It's going to be interesting to see how they move forward. I would hope that they use this opportunity to also build up a few other women, namely those on SmackDown, because that division is the one that's really questionable if you want to get into that discussion. But moving on, Karrion Kross was in the news recently as well as he spoke out about contract drama and last-minute demands. He sat down with Ariel Helwani in the interview where he pulled the curtain back a little bit and talked about his contract offer from WWE, where he only had 24 hours to decide to sign it. Karrion Kross wanted to know in that meantime, what was the numbers based on? Now, in no official statement has WWE or TKO made about the valuation of the timeline being valid, but Karrion Kross states that he didn't have a lot of time to make the best decision for himself, so he decided against signing with WWE. How are we feeling about Karrion Kross not getting the deal he wants, and what does the future hold for Karrion Kross? And if I can ask the third question, do we still care about Karrion Kross?
Okay. I mean, I wasn't really a fan. I mean, I've said it a bunch of times on the show.
Tell the truth.
I'm saying I'm not a particular fan of his. I like not his matches at least. Maybe his promo or how he speaks, especially his rants he was doing online or talk he was doing online.
Which was
I feel like they didn't give him enough on TV. I don't know. Maybe he do a lot of backstage stuff, trying to say, "Oh, Kross told the truth," but he just kept losing. So, and that's the same thing they kind of did with Bray Wyatt, if I could say that. like he'll talk this big talk or like see it my way or my vision or something like that, but he always lose the big matches. Like Kross should have beat Sammy at SummerSlam or Night of Champions, one of the shows.
Nah.
I feel like to continue the story, yeah.
I
But
feel like
it seemed like he
the one
lost
in-
both and he get nothing, huh?
He probably should have won the one at Night of Champions because
Right,
if
to continue
SummerSlam
the
was gonna be his
story.
if SummerSlam was going to be his last match, that's the one where Sammy could win. But to have two matches, it's kind of hard to get behind someone who doesn't win.
One of those was in Sammy's. Was one of those in Sammy's hometown?
You count Saudi Arabia because they love him over there.
Yeah, I mean,
they
you kind of count
Saudi
that.
Arabia. But
his hometown was with Montreal.
Yeah, but they love him in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, he's that's kind of his background a little bit. That's why he go. I guess that's probably why he's going over there more often now. But yeah, I feel like he still should have won. Karrion should have won that match at Night of Champions at least. But you see the crowd is behind him. I don't know if this is a tactic because Paul Heyman was speaking on if we would have gave him a United States title, Intercontinental title, the people wouldn't be making noise online about him right now. So is it a tactic they're trying to get? Like, is he really fired or I don't say fired, but let go or whatever? They just want to not return his renew his contract. Is this a ploy? Like they try to do the R-Truth treatment, thinking people gonna jump behind them or something like that, like they did for R-Truth. I don't see it. They wasn't saying nothing on Raw for him. They did at SummerSlam, and Triple H kind of ignored it. He really did ignore it because he talked about Brock instead of what they were saying. Actually, he won Kross, and so I don't know what the plan is. And then they was talking about in the interviews, he was trying to see if they want to sign Scarlett, and they was telling him, "No, that's a separate thing." I'm like, they a package deal pretty much.
No,
because
Scarlett got signed to NXT.
She came into NXT before he did.
Yeah, they're two separate contract agreements.
I mean, I know they are separate, but I mean.
No, I
mean, they're better together.
Yeah, I know they are, but the thing is,
I know it's two separate contracts. But I'm just saying, it makes sense for you to sign both if you're going to sign one. It just makes sense. But I mean, that's how the fans going to look at it. You know what I'm saying?
That's not how it started. That's not how it started.
I know. But he's going to think about her too, though.
Yeah.
And so
I get you. Just want to.
And that's a really something that will get him to sign. Y'all want him to sign in 24 hours? I'm like. That's not helping me sign his contract.
No, the 24. He just wants to know how did you figure I was worth this amount? The saying in any business is you're only as worth as what someone's willing to pay you. And it's like, if you feel as if you bring a higher value and you get offered a deal that doesn't shine that value, I think you do have every right to be like, well, how did you figure this part? Like, why do you think I'm worth this when I brought you that? Yeah. That whole promo he did after WrestleMania 41, that got a lot of hits and views. And Karrion Kross is a filmmaker, so he's deep dive. He's into the data and all this type of stuff. So I'm pretty sure he looks at those hits and be like, well, if I got this many views here, that many views there, how are we saying I don't generate this type of traction here or there? Why can't? So I can see where he's coming from with that.
Yeah, especially if they looking at online stuff more often now anyway in this day and age. They're looking at that more often. They show that on documentaries. They show that on live TV. They always talking about how many views this thing got and who's all looking at this and how big it is online. And so I understand that point of view from Kross. So it does mean something. It does hold weight.
But is it sustainable? I guess it's the question. Huh?
I mean, if he gets some wins, maybe. If he would have got some wins,
right? Happy Rusev Day.
All right.
So this was a big deal. At least I thought it was at the time. But some people, McMahon to believe, said that they're just don't listen to them. Fans, they're just doing that. It's not real. It's not legitimate. I mean, I don't know, Sean. What do you think? I don't want to go too deep yet.
I think it's a new day that we're living in. It's not the WWE that we once knew, where everything was done in house. They got other things to answer to now. I mean, it's TKO, and TKO got stuff that they got to take care of. So I'm not sure if that played a factor into it as well. I do know that TKO is rumored to have a lot of debt thanks to UFC. which is why UFC just recently took on their deal with Paramount. And interesting facts about how much revenue WWE has brought in since the merger. I mean, so last year just alone, TKO made about $2.8 million, and out of that $2.8 million, WWE has contributed at least $1.4 million towards that. So WWE has really helped out TKO a lot, considering the fact that they were once in debt because all they had was UFC. So I'm not sure if that played a factor into it, because WWE they're grossing more with all their streaming deals and everything they got going on. They're grossing more right now than UFC. So I'm not sure if they're trying to offset stuff by possible budget cuts or contract cuts or whatever have you. But I'm not sure if that's the case. But on the flip side of it, for a 24-hour deal to go down, and I guess he's an analytical person, he wants to really know what's driving this number, or what's driving the factors, how they got to a particular deal. I mean, if he wants to know that, they should be able to provide those answers. Now, is he a draw? I mean, right now he is, because sometimes people want what they can't have. That's sometimes more attractive. I mean, is he making some noise? I mean, he made some noise through his promo that he did at WrestleMania, which we now know was a work. There was a work for that promo that he did with WrestleMania with Sam and all them. Only person didn't know it was a work was Old H, but that's neither here nor there.
That's a big deal.
Yep. He's and so, like Kross said in an interview, sometimes the communication doesn't go through the chain of commands, like with anything. Anything communication gets lost for whatever reason, even with your cell phone these days. However that happens, but I'm not sure. What you say?
Radio waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's radio waves. They're gonna get lost.
I mean, hey, sometimes my wife called me and I say I didn't get the call.
Missed the signal.
It's a signal. Hey,
airplane mode is a funny thing.
Remember those what was it, T-Mobile commercials?
That was Verizon. Can you hear me now? Was that?
Can you hear me now? Right?
Yeah, that's Verizon.
So I'm not sure what the deal is with Kross. I mean, a lot of people was not a fan of Kross. Me per se, I was digging Kross when he just the way he was in the background of certain scenes and just different things like that. I was feeling the guy. I thought he had a good upside, and I still think he does. So whether he's going to be back with WWE or not, the timing couldn't be right for this to happen for him. Now, granted, people are going to be, questionable should they approach him, like he said, because Seth Rollins has made it to where we don't know what's a work right now, right? We don't know if this really happened. So all I'm saying is he can go out there and really use this momentum to his benefit on the indie scenes. He's got a lot of options. He can go anywhere and demand the value that he feels that he's worth. So, I mean, but do I think he can come back to WWE? Of course. The door is never closed. But I don't think it's a long-term factor with Kross. Now, if he switches over to, they say it's another version of him, Killer Kross, which I don't know too much about, but I don't think it has any longevity to it. So, sometimes you put your chips where it falls, and I guess his didn't fall in favor of him. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is second time being let go, so
it is. Hold on, there's a few things. So number one, I do want to address the whole shareholder stuff. WWE's had shareholders forever. This ain't new with TKO or anything. They've always had budget cuts. In fact, we've known that they've released people because of budget cuts. Did that have any effect on Kross? I mean, I don't know. We could have said that 1,000 years ago when they let go of Bray Wyatt. It's like that's just the business of it. You say he has a lot of options to go, but does he? This is the thing I talk about with WWE and a TNA partnership, WWE and a AAA partnership, this WWE ID. How far can you go outside of the WWE umbrella at this point? Like, how far does that thing actually reach out? I hate monopolies. Just put that out there. I never root for the big corporation, because if the big corporation wins, it's monopoly, and the monopoly hurts the consumer. It only benefits the corporation. So if WWE tries to monopolize wrestling, there aren't going to be a lot of options for people to go. Oh, we're going to talk about this a little bit later too with the kind of programming, but I want to bring this up. this idea of knowing your worth. Swerve Strickland got a huge lucrative deal from AEW. You know where he wouldn't have gotten that deal from? WWE.
Mhm.
But if WWE had given that deal, they could have had Swerve. They could have Ospreay. They could have all these wrestlers.
Mhm.
One thing AEW is going to do is break the standard of how much wrestlers are worth. That's sort of
Of
what's
course.
again happening in real sports. You're having a
Yeah.
quarterback bracket being broken because there's always a new highest paid because someone has to set a new standard.
I mean, running
So
backs too.
you all positions, players of any sort, and that's the thing is going to happen in wrestling now, where it's like, if this person's making X amount, why can't I? And the company's
Yeah.
going to be like, well, what makes you think you're that value? I mean, is he a draw? Like I said, I don't know. I'm not a huge Karrion
Yeah.
Kross fan. He has a little popularity. He has a little fan base, but I'm not a Randy Orton fan. Just for full context, so don't judge me or take what I say in that full grain of sense. But I'm not a huge
Yeah.
Karrion Kross fan. But I guess some people would love to see him. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. I just know that in the end of it, to say budget cuts and stuff like that is the reason why we can't pay you more. You hear that so often, it starts to sound like white noise.
I mean, but
Yeah.
that it may sound like white noise, but I mean, sometimes that's just the reality.
Sometimes that
Sometimes,
isn't though. That's the point. That's the point I'm
sometimes
making.
it's
Sometimes it
reality.
isn't the reality. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
no, I'll
Yes.
tell you
Yeah.
from a corporate standpoint. You have people at a bottom tier, your workers, that don't make as much as the next person. Wells Fargo was called up for this, where the higher ups get paid extra amount, but yet the workers don't get paid that amount. Don't tell me the money isn't there when it's being shared by other people. Don't tell me you're breaking record numbers. This ain't the first time WWE's done that. I find it weird when you look at all the revenue we're bringing in. Too bad we can't pay you more. That
Mhm.
just doesn't play well for the worker. And I'm
Mhm.
always going to speak for the worker. Voice of the
I
voiceless.
mean,
CM
I
Punk can't
mean,
do it no more.
and
Right.
I hear your point, but it is what it is. I mean, we don't know what goes on. I'm not saying that's a factor in what's going on with Karrion Cross, but it was just good for conversation. But I mean, we don't know what the real factor is, and I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to put their money where they feel they need to put their money. And I mean, if not Kevin Cross, but Karrion Cross,
It's Kevin. Yeah.
oh yeah, it
Because
is
he
Kevin.
ain't carrying cross no more
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I mean,
So
if Cross is who he say he is, I mean, yeah, WWE's reach is reaching way wide right now. I mean, but he still has other options. Now, I'm not a big indie guy, so I'm not about to sit here and rattle all the options he has, but I'm
Mhm.
sure he has options, right? And he said he's still keeping the conversation open. And who knows what's going on behind the scenes? And he could be signed right now while we're doing this episode. We don't know,
Yeah.
But
could be.
Yeah.
My
And
favorite person is Brian Pillman.
we
And
don't know.
Brian Pillman did work the system. He got fired by WCW, but he was only fired to the eyes of everyone that's not Eric Bischoff because he was sent over to ECW to try to poach talent. But he leveraged that time to negotiate the first fully guaranteed contract in wrestling history. Brian Pillman. They did a whole press conference of this on a Monday Night Raw, by the way. I don't know if you can find it now because I don't know where you find Raw if it's not on Peacock. But it's a fascinating ordeal. It could be a work. It could be a situation because Paul Heyman did speak highly of him. It could be a situation where, because Karrion Kross did say Brian Pillman is his favorite wrestler, and Brian Pillman invented the new kayfabe. Karrion Kross did do that promo we thought was a work.
And not only that, I mean, they talked about his book on Raw, right? Didn't they talk about his book?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see Raw.
Yeah, they talked about his book on Raw. So, like, if they're still talking about this guy's stuff, and his contract expired August 10th, I don't remember what date Monday was, but I mean, if I'm doing the math, I mean,
I
it was
still,
mean,
the 11th.
yeah, I mean, they
but
still talking
okay.
about his book and stuff.
Well,
So,
I mean, it's one thing to talk about a book, but did he call him by name? Is his merch in the shop?
Oh,
I'm
I'm pretty
pretty
sure it's
sure
still
it
up
is.
there. They
Well,
still
I don't
send
know.
a lot of
It's
people over
Okay.
stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
is his merch in the shop? Like, is
I'm
it
pretty
legit?
sure it
Are you
is.
serious?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know. Like I said, we never know until something else is confirmed. Uh,
Yeah, because our truth ruined that too. By the way, we talk about that the whole contract thing. Some people are
yeah,
not sure if that was a work or a shoot.
right. And talking about he got other places to go. A lot of these other places getting filled up too. Like even TNA. And Tommy Dreamer was speaking like we got a lot of people. Our roster is filled up. Unless you just bring us something extravagant. to a spot on our roster, we can't just sign everybody because fans telling him, "Hey, sign this guy, sign that guy, sign this girl." But
I mean, I wasn't too.
we gotta see their value.
AEW's not going to take him.
I wasn't too stoked on what I saw in the ring, by Karrion Kross.
Oh,
yeah, that's why AEW's not going to sign him because he's not the wrestler.
I mean, he was real stiff. The best thing he got going for him is his wife.
Wow, Ryback said the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to repeat what Ryback said.
Hey, I'm gonna say the best thing he got going is two things his wife got going on.
See,
so I mean,
that's exactly what Ryback said. All right, moving on. We're going to the next.
I don't think something like he could go like who needs people is New Japan Pro Wrestling, because New Japan got taken for a lot of their big stars, and I feel like they really need somebody. So I mean, I don't know, but everybody else that's like major AEW, TNA like that. I mean, they roster is kind of bloated. Especially WWE and WWE, it's the same way. So they're trying to get rid of some of these people.
And I mean, they got a whole revolving door down there in NXT. People they got to feed. I mean, so it's very, what's the word? Oversaturated right now. Just seems like everywhere.
Yeah,
a lot of wrestlers. Maybe it's too many wrestlers.
That's why they're trying to put on all these shows. They're trying to get everybody on a show. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what his future holds.
Yeah, we'll see what his future holds. I don't know if it's going to hold too much more what he has, but Karrion Kross has built a career in calculated moves of psychological warfare. But this time, it was WWE playing the clock. And tick-tock, his time was out. Now, whether he stands to sign back with the company or not, we'll just have to see what the future holds for Karrion Kross. Who knows? He could probably be an actor. But one thing is for certain, WWE is going to need stars eventually because, you're not going to be able to depend on Roman all the time. You're not going to be able to depend on your Seth Rollins, your CM Punks. That's out the window. And Cody Rhodes eventually, right? 10, maybe 15 years down the road, we got to look to a bigger star. And every era in WWE has this breakout star.
They got a main event problem right now. Yep.
Well, they're going to. Breakout star is a person who normally delivers in the ring and connects with the audience in a way that it just can't teach. It's just a natural gift. And I don't know, call me weird, but I feel like Montez Ford has been a standout star that could possibly do that. I mean, he's best known for his athleticism, his charisma, his ability to light up a crowd. He has even like a little hand dance that the crowd gets behind. But he's kind of been in the Street Profits for a very long time. Not even an inkling of a singles run. I don't know if it's really a topic of Montez Ford or more of a topic of, does WWE have a star problem?
Go ahead, Kross.
Let's get to that point. I mean, like we were saying, a lot of the stars right now are, getting up there. No matter, not saying that they can't perform or what they are, they're not doing a good job right now, but you always got to build towards the future. And NXT is supposed to be your future, and the top stars of NXT, it's about that time for them to get that call up. But behind them on NXT, I don't see it behind them. As far as them, I'm speaking on Obafemi, Trick Williams. Who was doing good right now? What's the dude's name with the North American title right now? Ethan Page.
I feel like Ethan Page probably needs to stay in NXT. That might just be best suited.
I don't know. I think Ethan Page is doing a good job. Especially I like what he's doing with Chelsea Green right now. That could be a combination.
In NXT, I like Ethan Page, but look, this is his ceiling. This is probably his best place to thrive. I mean, if he goes to the main roster, I don't know if he'll thrive.
He's gonna be in big water.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people he probably need, just like your boy Tony D'Angelo. He might need to just stay where they are.
Oh yeah, I don't believe Tony D'Angelo at all. I ain't gonna tell you a lie to you right there about that one. But yeah, Montez Ford can be one of those guys. I think you got more than enough out of them as far as the Street Profits go, and he continues saying in interviews and stuff like that. A lot of people believe in me. A lot of people think, "Oh, I can do this if they give me that shot." Ain't that crazy? But they still don't give him the shot. They don't give him that opportunity. They gave him that one opportunity. We continue to talk about that U.S. title match, the Elimination Chamber, where he was a big standout. But after that, right back to the tag team division. Yes, he's in the tag team division that's the best in the business right now on SmackDown. They just had an amazing match in that ladder match on SummerSlam. But okay, they didn't win that. and they've had tag team titles a number of times. That's cool, but you need new stars. Try things out. Give this man a shot more than once. Give him a consistent shot at singles competition.
You say more
See
than
what you
once.
can get.
Was there another time in which they gave him a shot?
No, that's why I said give him a consistent shot at that singles position and show and see what he got. Maybe Dawkins can surprise you also. You're looking for new stars, they right in front of your face. You ain't showcasing them like you should be. I mean, like I said, it's only so long you can depend on Cena, Punk, even Drew McIntyre and them.
Well, Cena's going through his farewell tour, so I think you give him that much grace. Like that.
Oh yeah. I'm the biggest Cena fan on here now. I of course we're gonna showcase for Cena. I'm just saying after this you got to build towards the future.
I know it's just calling his name because he was such a unique. Like
a lot of things are dragged up into the Cena's farewell tour, and a lot of things may be put on hold just for this farewell tour. Let's be honest. You talked about new talent needing to be I guess like on the bench, like so when these starters are gone, if that makes sense, they can just fill those spots. I mean, we saw it all the time. I mean, it's nothing new. I mean, we saw that gap between the Attitude Era and when they got into a ruthless aggression. I mean, you saw like a period of time where they were just trying to find like that guy. Just so happened to be your boy, faced Kurt Angle and became that guy. You know what I mean? But Montez,
still had Jericho, and they still had like transitional people in that time too, though.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, Jericho was still in the same category as everybody else.
But he was still. Let's not forget his debut was against The Rock, so it wasn't like he started off in a small part. He came
not
in.
Saying that. No, I'm
not
not saying that.
Then you still had Guerrero and Chris Benoit who came in later, and then they transitioned to them. JBL repositioned himself. So it's like there was a consistent. It wasn't like it was a drought, period. It just transitioned from one group to the next group where it feels like here
who was the star?
I don't want to say they're pulling a WCW, but it's kind of like a WCW where they're relying on the brand names. And I don't know, like, can WWE? I don't want to say WWE can't create stars because I don't think that's true.
They do it all the time.
Can't create stars. It's just, do we have a Braun Breaker? I asked someone this question the other day, today, in fact. Is he really a main eventer? We keep being told that, but do you believe it?
No.
Not all the way right now. I mean, I can see it down the line.
I'm saying no.
Right
That's
now.
what I'm saying. Okay, here's what I'm saying. The question I'm asking is, can he be a main eventer? My question is 10 years down the line.
In the end, 10 years down the line, no.
Okay, so you're saying no. Okay, just want to clarify that.
No, he's got the look, everything, but am I going to spend my vested money to go see Braun Breaker all the time? I mean, after I see the spear and everything else, all that, I mean, what else?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm asking. I got the same questions because honestly, I look at the roster and I think of every guy on this roster that's at least 30 years or younger, and I'm thinking, I mean, granted they're young, but it's like I don't really care.
I mean, those over the top personalities are long gone. You know,
Montez has a very over the top personality.
It's a new wave.
Yeah, two people. I see Montez and Trick Williams and Obafemi. All three of them, I feel like could be in that conversation because Obafemi should be like a Brock Lesnar type. I don't care what you say. That man should be dominating as soon as he get to the main roster. If I say he should retire Cena.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
shoot, ain't no. You want to build a new star? Go ahead and get it out get it going.
We are definitely going to talk about that because Cena did come out and say that he is willing to fight whoever they put in front of him as his last opponent. He has no real preference.
Right.
He had a preference for Brock coming back.
No, apparently he didn't. That was not Cena. No, that was no, Cena did not make that call. Cena again stated, I don't choose the opponents. I'm just here to have my farewell tour.
Oh, well, that must have been fake news.
Yeah,
trying to say they deal him, I play him. That's what he keeps saying.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's saying. They might have gave him a list of people and said, you're going to fight some of these folks on your last tour. He might have been like, okay.
Right.
Well, Cena's for the business. You know what I'm saying? What's best for business?
Yeah. And that's business. Take somebody from a tag team and see and get a fresh start out of them. You've done it plenty of times.
Yeah, plenty of times. Is Edge, Shawn Michaels,
some JBL. Who would have thought JBL would be a star like he was?
Yeah, the wrestling god.
Bradshaw.
No one is discrediting that this man is not going to be a star, right?
Bradshaw.
The moment still has to happen. It still has to happen. Just
man, we've been waiting. How long now?
We can wait all we want. I mean,
I don't want to wait all I want. I want this man. I want the shot to be there.
Just because it hasn't happened, don't mean it won't happen.
I know, but the problem there is that if you wait too long, you may lose fan interest. There's also
there's still interest. If they could be interested in this hope of what Karrion Kross can be, they're going to be interested.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many We Want Kross chants was there on Raw again?
I mean, I wasn't there.
No, there weren't none. There was none. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like we could believe that there's hype, but at some point, that's the thing with Karrion Kross. He kept losing matches. That's why I have no. One of the reasons why I have a hard time getting behind Sasha Banks in titles because she kept losing championships. If I keep consistently seeing you lose or come up short in big moments, you're going to lose that sense of faith of, well, he's not the one. He can't do it. And with Montez, you don't see that yet. But in the moments in which he had opportunity to try to be a solo star, he has come up short. It's been a while now, but I think about that Elimination Chamber and how the crowd was so behind him. Mm-hmm. And they did nothing with it. And it's like, not even a little bit. And it's just weird. But, even Booker T said, sometimes you just got to wait a little bit longer.
I mean, just because they didn't do it right then and there, of course, there's probably a gauging. They want to gauge to see if this is, if that's real.
Well, how do you gauge it unless you put them in a singles run? It's like we want to gauge if you're a good solo act, but we're not going to put you in a solo act.
Right, and we're not asking for a world title shot for this man right now. Well, U.S. title's right there.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess he's been ready to leave Dawkins then. So I guess that's just what it is.
I mean, look, but here's a reality. You could still do single stuff as a team. That's not a faraway idea.
That doesn't work out. That doesn't work out.
No, it can't work out. What do you think a faction is? What do you think a faction is?
That's a faction, not a tag team. That's a faction.
You mean, were they not part of the Hurt? Weren't they part of the Hurt Business at one point? Weren't they part of the Hurt Business?
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there right now, though.
What? No, even then, this still goes back to the timeline I'm talking about of the Elimination Chamber. Weren't they part of the Hurt Business, which is a faction?
I'm actually utilized that time.
It wasn't a Hurt Business. It was the Pride. That's what it's called.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Pride.
I thought it was the Hurt Business.
No, the Hurt Syndicate.
Now everybody want to call it that because that's what Bobby and them was.
I never heard him officially call it the Pride, so I'm.
I always saw Hurt Business on everything else. So, but nonetheless, I'm asking. So he must be ready to leave Dawkins then. That's what I'm asking.
Well, the whole reality show he was talking about that.
Because that's what needs to happen because it ain't gonna work with him just going off to do his solo gig and
that's what we're saying. We want them to go ahead and split that up. We're not saying they have to fight.
Do you think he's ready to leave Dawkins?
Yes.
Yeah, he said so.
He been said that. He said that. As I'm saying, he said that on a reality show.
Yeah, he said himself came out his mouth and said these things. So we're not just speaking for him. This is why we're speaking so, I guess, vehemently about it because he himself has stressed this.
Right. He said, "I got love for Dawkins. That's my guy, but you haven't seen me outside of the Street Profits at all. Yeah, that's all you see me of. So let me show you something different."
Yeah,
of course. There. Like just because it has not happened. Don't mean it won't happen. I mean,
no one's saying it won't happen, but again, it's just the timing of it. Anything can happen. Anything can, and just because it has a possibility to happen, also doesn't mean it will happen. Mm-hmm. There's that too. So there's that. But you know what? Tell us what you think in the comment section. Should Montez Ford get a push? Should we be concerned about the future of WWE and its star power? And you know what? While you're in the comment section, hopefully typing away an essay that we may or may not read, remember to hit the like and subscribe button. Because, well, I don't mean we. Well, maybe we will. Yeah, I did say we, didn't we? Yeah. I have this app called Autofy that I usually post stuff in. So if I get a really long text message, I move it to Autofy and it just reads it out to me. So now,
hey, whatever works.
Send me the essays. I'll read them now, everyone. I used to
tell people I'll go back eventually and see the comments. I like to see what you guys are saying.
Oh yeah. Tell me where Carmelo Hayes at, please.
Oh, how you feel about Carmelo Hayes? But moving on.
Carmelo Hayes, when he got engaged, I mean, wasn't he on?
Oh yeah, he did get
He was
engaged.
just on the show though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
he was just on the show though. He
Yeah,
had a
he is.
backstage interview with somebody, or not an interview, but he ran into somebody backstage.
I mean, he is on TV. That's
Yeah,
about the most
Okay.
you can ask for.
I feel like I barely see him.
but he got
Yeah, he
Well,
did get. He did just get engaged. I forgot
well,
about that.
you do have to watch SmackDown, RC.
I watched it. Come
and
on.
not the highlights.
Right.
They gonna show all the
Watch
highlights.
the show and maybe
I
you'll
do
see.
watch the
The
show.
man Ben, he was backstage and he just got engaged, so God knows what's going on there. So
Yeah. Well, congratulations to him, man.
Congratulations, Carmelo. Mello is money. Is that the same one? Or is that Mella? That's Carmella.
They both used it before.
Okay. All right. Fine. All right. But speaking of competition, the competition between AEW and WWE is taking a new layer. This is according to Dave Meltzer. Let that settle.
how accurate is Dave Meltzer? How accurate is this?
Dave Meltzer's been in this business since the 1980s. In fact, the
Well,
1970s. If you say
how
how accurate he is, he has sources. I'll say this. Dave Meltzer, just my two examples of Dave Meltzer. Take it how you want. Dave Meltzer predicted that Alexa Bliss wasn't going to return in the Royal Rumble, and she did. Dave Meltzer also predicted that The Rock wasn't going to be at Mania and completely flake out on the John Cena thing, and he did.
Like Paul Heyman said, the boy wasn't even advertised.
It doesn't matter about advertisement. All I'm talking about, no. Listen what I'm saying. The thing I'm talking about is Dave Meltzer. That's about his credibility.
Mm-hmm.
He predicted that. It came true. So that's all I'm saying in this case. Is he credible?
Nope.
He's hit and miss. But I mean, he's been doing this for 40 plus years.
Yeah.
That's all I can say to that.
And people continue to, look toward his posts and all this other stuff.
I'm not saying his stuff is the gospel. I'm just saying this is what Dave Meltzer said.
This is what he does.
This is what he does. So the latest strategy of WWE isn't about winning ratings. It's about making sure AEW doesn't get another TV deal. Dave Meltzer reported on the Wrestling Observer Radio that WWE wants TNA to become the number 2 wrestling company in the U.S. The logic is WWE has a working relationship with TNA. Given the influence over the talent exchange, booking and appearances, and brand presentation, the thing that they have no control over at AEW. WWE reportedly sees this as a time to make sure that AEW last major TV contract is their last major TV contract. Now, it has been speculated that the Cena last match is going to be used to try to steal coverage from the AEW pay-per-view because it was supposed to be on Saturday night's main event, but now it looks like it's going to be on a PLE, which it probably should be, but I don't know. I think Saturday night's main event, that's something else we could discuss. Where should John Cena's last match be anyway, and who should be against? But before we do, how do we feel about this counter programming of WWE and the potential that they really do want to try to make sure AEW doesn't get a TV deal?
I mean, I guess they see more potential in AEW than they put on.
TKO.
Yeah.
TKO does.
Yeah, either one. They both the same thing to me. I mean, right as of now, to me, they're the same thing. So yeah, they're gonna try to stomp out their competition like they did, years ago with WCW. But I guess they're trying to put somebody else on that they, like I said, are in partnership with, and so they can have them under their thumb. And because TNA gonna kind of go along with what WWE does for the most part. You look at their champions right now, Trick Williams and JC Jane. JC Jane, yeah. 2 NXT stars. And so they're gonna go more along with WWE. TNA is, but at AEW, they're trying to be that, counter television too. They're supposed to be. They still talk about them all the time, but they want to be that, the opposite of them for the most part, and say that they're best wrestling company in the world.
Yeah, so, my whole thing is I feel like if you're going to watch AEW, you're going to watch AEW. You're going to watch WWE. Like, I mean,
yeah.
If you are an AEW guy, I don't think you really care about Cena's last match.
I mean, it's John Cena.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's a wrestling.
I think everybody gonna want to see John Cena's last match, no matter how you feel about what's going on.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but let's be for real for a second. The crowd who was yelling "Cena sucks," where do you think they went? I don't think
you can say they went AEW, but a lot of those
people
are
cheering. They were still there to say Cena sucked.
No, dude. I just really maybe you
Someone-
guys look.
I
AEW
got-
fans really appreciate wrestling, and the
Yeah.
WWE style of wrestling is not seen as real wrestling to some degree. It's seen as a manufactured style. Not to say you can't put on good matches, but Cena has kind of been a poster child of that whole formulaic style. Those guys who love the work rates and you have 30-minute bangers and hour-long crap, I don't think they care that much about John Cena.
these AEW fans, have they just been oblivious to WWE television all the? I mean, they just, I mean,
Yeah,
where
they
they
don't
been?
watch it. Yeah, they probably
You know
don't
what I'm
look
saying?
at
So
it.
like all this time, the standing of the length of time WWE's been around, they just never seen or heard about WWE.
That's not about a scene or heard, but it's about I don't care for this product. There's several reasons people don't watch stuff. Whether they don't like the owner, Vince McMahon, because they found him to be what he is, or they don't like the politics of a company. They don't like the way they do a personal business. Like, look, Women of Wrestling has been around for a long time. Have any of y'all ever watched it? Have y'all watched NWA wrestling? Like, just because it's a certain brand, I mean, that doesn't mean you are obligated to look at it. Yeah, you might have grew up with it at one point, but when you get out of a certain age group, you're like, this ain't for me anymore. And if you're someone within my age group and you still watch wrestling, you probably zoned out around 2011. Definitely 2019.
No doubt, no doubt. But I'm not putting it past those AEW fans that they just not going to tune in to see John Cena's, like, because they saw John Cena before. Like I just can't. I don't buy that they're just not going to go and look at a John Cena's last match. I don't buy that at all.
Yeah,
I don't buy that.
I hear you. It's just that if they tuned out because of John Cena, why would they tune in?
I don't buy
Like,
that.
that's the thing. When I say 2011, who was the top face at that point?
I'm not discrediting the 2011 because I tuned out as well. So
no, but that's what I'm
say.
saying. No, my point. My question is, John Cena was a face. That's my question. Who was a face? John Cena was a face. So if they tuned out at that point, they didn't see that run.
But they
so it would be like if Bob Backlund had a retirement tour. We didn't really grow up with Bob Backlund.
Yeah,
he's a legend though.
I grew up with him.
Yeah, I know, but he's a legend. He is. He's legitimately a legend. He was a huge baby face, but if he had a retirement tour, I mean, it's like, are we really going to be like, okay?
But
but I just think that it's not that many people that are like that. And like I said, even if you don't watch it consistently, you're gonna see this big moment happen.
Yeah, but you got to pay for AEW pay-per-view. That's $50. Like, that's the thing, right? We're comparing it. If I pay $50 for this pay-per-view, and I could watch both, because that's the beautiful thing about streaming, but I'm going to watch the thing I paid for. And I can just watch the John Cena thing later. I ain't got to watch that live.
That's another thing. I mean, most of the times, like we mentioned NWA, it's because I don't even know what channel they come on, right? You know what I mean? I care less.
But I mean, they've been around forever, so it's like that's the thing, right? You couldn't care less. That's the point I'm making, right?
I saw the older stuff, the older NWA stuff.
Yeah. That's the point I'm making. The fact that you couldn't care less. That's the thing I'm saying. You can't. I also can't believe that everyone is on this whole. Oh, we all love John Cena. We all respect him as a legend, but to some people, they just couldn't care less. That's the point I'm making. Am I saying it's going to be 50% of the audience? No, but I am saying that if you are an AEW fan. And this is the thing you have. This John Cena Farewell Tour is not tuning you away from your product.
And I don't even think it's for that, because this is. I mean, if there's any type of competitor in you, you're gonna do whatever you can for the sake of competition. You're gonna do whatever it takes.
No one's debating the competition.
Yeah, whatever it takes. So I don't think, like, at the end of the day, I feel like what you said was true. If you for AEW, you're gonna watch AEW. If you want to see WWE, you're gonna watch WWE. Whatever you want to watch is what you're gonna watch. But I mean, welcome to the big leagues. I mean, this is what but that, to me, the narrative sound like to me when this all started was that this was, hey, we're looking at, because all online, this is, oh man, they about to take WWE out, they about to do all this stuff. AEW is about to just replace everything, right? So, I mean, if that's what you start on, that's what you got to live on. So,
well, so do we blame AEW for that, or do we blame the fans for that? Because now that becomes a new question.
I mean, AEW had a hand in it too. So,
well, I mean, WWE did also call them a piss and company, so the mud was thrown from both ends. So it's like this is why I get where you're coming from, but I feel like you said, it's competition, right? Everyone trash talks in competition. That's just what it is. And if you took it personally, where now you're like, well, why are you doing this? Then it's like, I don't know. It's just that it was mudslinging. Mudslinging happened on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
It's like I don't know if I
they
blame
see them as
AEW.
bigger competition than they let on.
Yeah, because WWE did say they weren't competition. Let's
Right.
not forget that too. So
Right.
now, if you're doing this, just say we see them as competition. If we're playing that game, just admit you
And
was
I
wrong.
mean,
They are
and then,
competition.
you might be trying to have more bigger market share. I mean, hey, you never can stop advertising who you are or what you got going on. So
Yeah, I know. It's just if we're talking about who started what first, then WWE just needs to come out and say, yeah, AEW is a problem. Just say that.
they're not gonna say that.
Well,
Well,
then don't
yeah,
be that way.
They're not gonna
they
say
saying
that.
it without saying it. They
They ain't
saying it
gonna
without
say
saying
that.
it.
They ain't
All
gonna
right,
say that.
good.
What competitor is gonna just come out and say something like that? No.
Right.
Magic Johnson said about Larry Bird.
I mean,
Well, down the line, bro, they might.
Okay.
Yeah, down the line they might say it in documentary or something. I
like
don't
a
know.
documentary hindsight
I
looking
mean,
back.
Yeah.
I
look, real
mean,
recognize real, right? That's the saying, isn't it? Real
Yeah.
recognize real. Well,
Right.
if
don't mean
real, then
don't mean
recognize it and respect it.
don't mean you got to publicize it either.
No, but you can still recognize it and respect it.
You can
Yeah, yeah.
it's all kind of ways to recognize it.
Yeah, you can by saying, okay, yeah, I got my eye on you. Prince
I
and Michael
mean, but
Jackson did that.
it's all kind of ways to recognize it. You ain't got to let them know that, hey, we see what you guys got going on. We think you're
Yeah,
a
they
threat.
did that. You know how they did
You
that?
gotta do all that.
By the counter programming, by figuring out what day do they have a show. Okay, we're gonna make sure we have a show that day.
I mean,
So they
that's
moved away
everything.
from doing NXT. You know, they're not now they're doing the PLEs because they realize NXT is suffering from this. We need to quit doing it to those guys and start putting out our big guns because if they really wanted to counter program, they should have done Evolution the same day as All Out, All In. That would have been interesting because Evolution was a way better show for WWE that weekend.
It was. It definitely was. Because that was that Great American Bash that they had.
Great American
Yeah.
Bash was Saturday night's main event
Yeah, I ain't heard. I heard like zero from that show. Like,
because it got drowned out.
yeah,
All In.
But they had too
Yeah.
much going on that day, though.
Yeah, but it still got drowned out due to All In.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, right? That's why you take NXT out of the equation because they're going to get drowned out because they don't have the star power.
They should have been on a different day altogether. So
I mean they were beating Dynamite for a good while though.
Well, yeah, that was a
Recently.
while. That was like a couple years ago.
No, that was recently. They were beating out Dynamite.
They were on the same time. They're not even on the same day though.
But
No,
I mean,
Dynamite had to be on a Tuesday.
Oh yeah, they're not scheduled for.
Yeah.
and like with anything, you hot today, cold tomorrow. So it ain't like you always gonna be hot.
No, yeah, no one's saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it has ebbs and flows because
It works for them too. Works for AEW.
Well, yeah, because they had down periods when CM Punk left. That was a huge down period.
You know what I'm
They're
saying?
still sort of recovering from it.
The counter programming works for AEW too, because I mean, like, hey, we gotta, we really gotta do what we always been doing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you mean by that because they never stopped. The counter
Because
programming
they always
didn't change.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I said the counter programming didn't change their formula. AEW's been. I don't know. The counter programming started fairly recently, but AEW has gotten a lot better with its storytelling once they got away from the Death Riders' means of wanting to take over AEW. When the Death Riders became more focused on, we just want to be the ones in power of World Championship, it started to make more sense. Will Ospreay found this character. Hangman started coming to himself. The Hangman and Swerve storyline really set a tone of their storytelling starting to improve. This is before the counter programming. So I don't know if it really helped AEW. I wonder if it's actually hurting WWE because I feel like WWE has gone away from storytelling and more about moments. And now it's just everything's about a moment. We don't worry about a story. It's just a moment. Did you see that moment? Look at that shot. Did you see that shot? Who cares about the story? There's Microsoft.
No.
Because I don't.
I mean,
because the Cena thing, that was a moment. There wasn't a good story. The New Day thing, that was a moment, but it wasn't a great story. Seth Rollins thing, I still say that was a good moment, but kind of a. What was the point? I still don't understand Seth Rollins' point in faking the injury. Like, I still don't get that because he still could have cashed in anyway. There was nothing stopping him from cashing in.
To do what he did. I guess he didn't want nobody to see him coming.
But even still, that's the point of the cash in. No one sees it coming. That's why he loved to cash in.
had that not happened, people was already gonna have that on front foot of their mind, like, oh man, Seth Rollins about to come and do his thing.
Oh, like they did anyway.
I mean, that's. I mean, either way, I like the way he did it. I think that was better.
I just don't see the. Okay. What makes it better? Because like, what did he do by faking the injury that he couldn't have done anyway? By just cashing in. What did the faking the injury help improve in his cash-in attempt?
It was more suspenseful. It was more drama to it.
Yeah, like I told you before, in kayfabe, CM Punk or Gunther didn't have Seth Rollins on their mind. They didn't have to have them on their mind.
So you mean to tell me they were going to go in that match thinking, "Hey, Punk, he might try to cash in on us. We should probably focus on him. No, he's hurt. Oh, he's hurt? Good. Now I could just beat your ass like I was going to." Is that what I'm supposed to believe the conversation went? That they were
they ain't talking like that to each other, but I mean,
like that.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. I don't know. I'm not gonna have this conversation because like that. No, that's.
Like I said, moments are moments.
Like that's not really change anything. Okay.
But the story between Seth Rollins and CM Punk is a continuing story. So I mean, it's leading to this match. They got a Clash in Paris. It's a fatal 4-way now, which is
but you can do all of that without the leg injury. That's my whole point. That part really did nothing.
To me, I think he was actually hurt for a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as they put on it was. That's all.
Okay, so you're saying that it was a shoot that turned into a work. I hear you on that. But at the same time, even from a story standpoint, it still doesn't make sense. He could just be like, I quickly healed. Not I faked it. Like, that's
it's not out of the realm of possibility for Seth Rollins' character. Like, he's a jerk.
I know he is. But my point is like, what was the point? Like, I get he's a jerk.
And he wants all eyes on him at the end of the day anyway. So it's not like out of the realm of possibility that that went through his mind, him and Paul Heyman, creating this, orchestrating and architecting this plan together. That's not out of the realm of possibility.
I think it was out of the realm of possibility. My question is why? Just why?
Because that was a quicker way. Now, he could have came down and cashed in, but did that mean that a cash in was going to be successful?
Yeah, he has Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. If he waited for after Punk, after he got his butt smashed by Gunther, because that was going to happen. Like, whoever won that match was going to have a fight. Like, that's just what it was. And as long as you have that muscle, I don't know how it would have been a failed cash in, unless he's just an idiot. You got Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. How do you fail?
I mean, it's happened before, but people fail to cash in.
Rollins, who has Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Tell me the last time it failed for someone who had muscle.
Who had muscle? I don't think who didn't cash in.
Baron Corbin. He didn't have muscle. He got tricked by Cena. Austin Theory. He didn't have muscle. He got beat up by Bobby Lashley. This for a mid-card title.
That was terrible.
So it's like the precedent's never been set for that. I don't know. I don't want to get too lost in the discussion of it. It's just from a storyline kayfabe standpoint, it just didn't really click. It just felt, it felt lazy. Yeah, straight out. It felt like a lazy, okay, we got to do something. Like, the only reason I can think Seth Rollins would do this is to prevent being on the SummerSlam card. That's the only thing I can think of. Because if he's not on the card, he doesn't have to worry about potential injuries or whatnot. But it's like you did your original cash in being on the card.
Well, that's why I feel like it was. He actually was hurt for a little bit, and then they figured out his timeline, and I guess his timeline was I could be at SummerSlam. Because originally I feel like they were planning to have him and Roman Reigns one-on-one at SummerSlam, but he got hurt, and so that plan was kind of canceled, and it's too short of a time span to build up him and Roman, so they built this up. That's what I feel like maybe happened right there, because you got Roman and Jay just tagging up out of nowhere just to face Braun Bronze. And so they didn't have time to build up a match for him, so they built this up as a ruse of the century, and it's to build that up to a big moment because they kept showing the briefcase on TV constantly. So that's I feel like that's what they built up to, for the cash in.
Okay.
And so maybe some people thought it would happen, and a lot of people thought it was a work already, but not everybody did. And either way, the crowd popped, the internet popped, and it was a big moment for SummerSlam.
I do
and
want to point out.
it saved night one for the most part. Besides the
Oh,
match itself
bro.
between CM Punk and Gunther,
Yeah, I think that's
and,
it.
and made night one
And we
a
can't sit
talk
here.
about show.
We can't sit here and act like just up until recently WWE just only about moments. Everything stand out in our whole conversation is moments from years ago. Do you remember that moment? Like, oh my God, do you remember that?
I know, but
That's
it still
always gonna be
has.
there.
Yeah, the moments. I'm not saying the moments aren't going to be there. What I'm saying is they focus more on the moments, less on the stories. Whereas more of the moments and the stories almost mean to a degree nothing. I mean, almost. Honestly, we literally had a whole John Cena heel turn that just went to the wayside because John Cena was like, "Yeah, I don't want to do it no more." Okay, sorry, folks.
Well, I mean, in that
So,
he was kind of turning piece by piece anyway, back to being a babyface. But like I said, it could have played out better, especially if Rock or Travis Scott, or hopefully more Rock, would have been there at least one or two more shows.
And I mean, things went down with Scott. So I mean, but I don't think it was a waste altogether. I think it was a gradual progression. Well, we knew John Cena wasn't gonna stay heel forever.
I
Yeah,
know, but it's just like, but his
we
heel,
predicted that anyway.
But hold on, his face turn was literally, "Hey guys, sorry about that." Like that should. It wasn't really a moment in the ring or anything. It was just a promo on SmackDown, and then we're going to give you the match you should have gave you at Mania. That's the thing, right? It's one thing to do it; it's another to do it in a good way. Like they
Like I said, it
literally
could have been
just
played out
did it.
better.
It's
It
like,
could have been
okay,
played out better.
that's all I'm saying. Like
But I
it
just
wasn't
don't
a
think it's a
story.
total waste. I mean, yeah.
I'm not on that. I'm not on that train where it was a total waste.
Okay, I mean, you got to be on the train. It's a total waste, but it was parts of it was a waste because again,
I mean, because
it's just like in the end of it, it really he had to sit there and make up stuff as he went along. It felt like you fans are a toxic relationship. Well, I didn't necessarily do it for The Rock, but although I guess I kind of did it for The Rock, but it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
what was that whole thing about then? Like that whole thing, Elimination Chamber, is still just so weird when you look at how it played out. Like it was just a moment now.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. That's why The Rock and Travis Scott should have been there. Well, like I said, The Rock mostly should have been there one or two more shows, and that would have. That's all you really needed for that to make more sense.
Just an explanation.
But with the fans thing, that's something he should just. I feel like he was getting off his chest from years ago. That should have, if he would have turned heel years ago, that would have made more sense.
That would have made more sense. You could have just dumped the whole Rock thing. He could have just gone with that.
But he wasn't going to turn heels years ago, right?
I mean, yeah, he wasn't going to turn heels years ago.
I'm talking about Elimination Chamber, not years ago. I'm talking about Elimination Chamber. Just again, this is why I say, and I may be the only person, just don't put The Rock in any storylines because any storyline he inserts himself in just gets convoluted and it gets messy. 40 was an exception, but 41 appears to be the rule. Just stop getting involved. Unless you can stay committed, don't get involved.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just a consistent, tell a consistent story, not just say, "Oh, I'm a back off." Especially if he's telling that on Pat McAfee show like that. I think that rubbed people the wrong way too, because that just didn't make no sense to nobody. So,
I mean,
he was washing his hands to it.
I mean, what he said was the same thing that was in the Unreal thing, so verbatim.
Yeah, but you talking about that Unreal? I have a hard time believing Unreal isn't sort of pre-taped in a sense. I don't think it's completely unreal. Like, come on, come on. You know, some of that is scripted. Like, come on, it's wrestling. They're not going to tell you everything. Listen, you believe they're going to tell you everything? I got a bridge in Brooklyn I can sell you.
No, they're not going to tell you. No, they're not going to tell you everything. Which is why people was hesitant to watch it because they felt like everything was going to be revealed, which we all knew that it wasn't. I mean, it was just like any other show we seen way back when, like the Triple H DVDs I got. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then it's definitely all manufactured and none of it is real. Because that's just like the destruction of the Ultimate Warrior. But then how we had a Warrior War. Like WWE loves to kind of retell history. Something I wanted to point out during the triple threat match against Naomi and Io and Rhea, they mentioned how Naomi was forced out of the company and had to go find herself. Yeah. That's not true. No, that's not true. She quit. Let's not forget. Her and Sasha walked out. You wasn't forced out. That's a walkout. That's rewriting history. When people say, I don't want to do this thing, and if you don't change this thing, I'm out the door, that's not called a force out. That's called a walkout. Naomi walked out on WWE. You know why I remember? Because Michael Cole on SmackDown called her and Sasha unprofessional. Yeah. So WWE likes to rewrite history. So that's why I'm a little reluctant to believe any wrestling documentary by a company trying to tell me the truth.
I mean, you ain't gonna get the truth.
Well, I
So,
know I'm not. So I'm not anticipating
you ain't
on
gonna
it.
get the truth. You ain't gonna get the truth. That's
I
the
know.
worldwide.
Tell me that. Anyway,
Worldwide.
well, that's all the topics I have. Unless now we can just kind of do
They
a
said
weekly
they said
roundup.
they said Russia was
I thought you
real.
were talking about the Vince McMahon thing.
Oh yeah, the Vince McMahon thing. Hold on a second. I do have another topic. I completely forgot. Sorry about that. Hold on a second. Montez Ford. Oh, it's over here. Oh no, it's not over here. Well, Vince McMahon was recently on TMZ, and in the TMZ interview, he did talk about how he felt a little down, a little out, in a sense of not being welcomed back for the Hulk Hogan tribute. With legal battles likely making a return to his appearance a little difficult for WWE, it's a little weird to say because they did just bring back Brock Lesnar, whose name was also in those documents. But in the end of it, seeing how Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan are basically tied to the hip for all that is wrestling, should McMahon have been at the memorial, or at least should they have invited him to the show? Even if they put him on camera, should he at least have been there?
I mean,
I say yeah.
I say no. So I don't see the point. I don't. If you're not gonna be on screen, I don't. You don't really need to be there. And I felt like if he did get invited, that's gonna open the floodgates of him trying to come back all the way. And that's something I definitely don't want. So we all knew you was there with Hogan. You helped create Hogan, but go give your condolences to his family. Go do that. Stop worrying about being on TV. Go talk to his family. Go talk to his friends. It should be your same friends most likely, but go do that. You ain't got to be on TV. What you want us to see you stand there while the bell tolls? No, we ain't got to see you. Get over it, bro.
Man, doesn't like
I mean, for a founder of a company, I mean, something that you poured your whole life into, it's kind of hard not to want to be in those moments. You know, this is something that you risked everything on. You bet everything you had when people told you it wasn't going to work, when people told you it wasn't going to last, when anything. I mean, your dad didn't even want to, you know, he didn't think he was really going to do that well in it. And you proved you defied all the odds. Like, put personal aside. I mean, as a founder of anything you create, you want to at least be somewhere in it. Now, I'm not saying, you know, you're wrong in your point, I mean, because that's how you feel. But I mean, I feel like he could have been there and it wouldn't have been no issue. You know,
oh, no
I don't
issue.
think so.
That's fascinating.
Mm-mm.
You remember why he's out though, right?
Yeah, I remember how he's out. Yeah, for the
So that's-
allegations. I mean, I'm like this.
So you still look at it as just allegations. You don't see it as
if
well.
you're not behind bars, you're not serving time. I mean, everybody deserves a second chance.
No, not him.
Well,
Everybody
hang on a
deserves a
second.
second
Well, I mean,
chance.
let's hold on a second now. I mean,
yeah, no
it's also
chance.
it's very hard for people of a high stature to go to jail. So to use that, if you're not behind bars, it's like there's probably some other
Yeah.
legal things. Look, call me a pessimistic, but I don't think anyone could become a billionaire without doing some illegal stuff and not just going to jail for it. At some point, you had to do something illegal because
I mean, I beg to differ.
I mean, I bet you can beg to differ, but look, in the way this world works, no, you do have to do something illegal. You just won't get caught for it. Donald Trump will tell you that. He's transparent. He'll tell you, yeah, he flipped the books. Like they call it tax evasion, call it whatever you want. But
not every billionaire has that story. So,
okay, well, okay, I hear you. But look,
But this would have meant he had to be on Raw, well, SmackDown and Raw, and maybe NXT too. And so
I don't think it would have been all that. I mean, the man could.
no, he ain't got to be on every show. Not on every show, but
I mean, I feel like he ain't got to be on either.
I don't think that's what he was saying. No, I don't think
hang on a
that's
second.
what he was
Hang on a second.
I doubt that.
Also, we got to keep another thing in mind. Let's remember, again, he was outed. He sold the company. I understand this whole you want to be a part of your baby. It's no longer your baby, though. TKO is probably like, we don't need this story near our business because we have this revenue. Why are we inviting Vince McMahon back? Yeah, I don't know if that's good press. That's the other side of this coin, too. You got a lot of advertisers. And what if your advertisers like, whoa, we signed a deal with you guys. Is he back now? We didn't sign a deal with him because he gave us all this pushback for all the other things we wanted to do. He said no. So it's like it ain't as easy as being like Vince should come back. If we're talking business, I don't think him coming back on screen is good for business.
Mm-hmm.
There's no proof of that.
A lot of people think Brock Lesnar shouldn't even be back. So,
well, that remains to be seen with Brock because Brock's an in-ring performer. We'll see how people really feel about that as time goes on. But Vince is a different animal. He's not an in-ring performer. He played a career here on TV. Yeah, the crowd probably pop up to hear his music. But again, if I'm TKO and I know Vince McMahon's name is in this lawsuit that still exists and he has not been exonerated from, I just don't want to touch that until I know.
I'm not disputing any of that. And I'm
just saying from a TKO standpoint, they probably said no.
Yeah, no, I'm not condoning anything that was in that lawsuit or anything like that. I'm not supporting any of that. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, everybody deserves a second chance. Now, he wasn't at the Raw or the time when Hulk Hogan they was doing the memorial thing. He wasn't there for that very reason. But I stand by it. I think he, I can see why he feels as though he should have been there. I can see why.
Well, I can understand that why too. But you say second chance. This will be his fourth chance. He's been brought up on other allegations and charges that he's been. Yeah. It's like the steroid scandal and all that type of stuff. So it's like how many chances? Is it just a second chance?
I mean, hey, how many chances? I mean, God forbid I get only allowed 2 chances.
No. Again, no one is saying. Look, I think this is the thing. I guess understanding grace. You can forgive a person, right? That does not mean I have to give you the same type of credence I gave you before. I can forgive you as a person. You've done no harm to me. I do no harm to you. We can move on. That's fine. But again, if I'm a business, I can forgive you. But no, you ain't coming on my camera screen. Like, no, Vince, we're cool. We can shake hands and all that stuff. But you ain't coming in this building because we have work to do here, and you're just not part of this. So it's like I can forgive a person, but that doesn't mean I have to give them that same access through forgiveness.
Yeah, and clearly he's not getting that same access. But I'm saying I can see why he feels as though he should have that access. Why he should be there.
Well, he felt like he should have came back a long time ago.
Exactly. We don't understand why. Yeah. It's just
we did that part. We're saying he shouldn't have been on TV.
Yeah,
like he shouldn't be on TV no more with WWE. For what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can see why he's saying what he's saying, why he feel the way he feel, because he doggone founded it. If it wasn't for his vision alone,
well, his father,
none of that would be there. You know what I mean? His father founded it, but I mean, he took it to what it is now. So
by going against his father's words, let's not forget that too. He went against his father's wishes, and
absolutely.
Well, I mean,
Ray Kross went against the McDonald brothers. I mean, they wanted that one McDonald out there.
I know, but I'm just saying we talk about Vince like I don't know. It's weird this conversation. I feel like we're talking about him his death is going to be a fascinating ordeal because it is going to be interesting to see how people talk about him. Hogan right now is kind of in that trend where it's like you want to say something good, but people want to dog you if you do. I really want to see how it's going to work out with Vince. I'll admit, Vince has a large part of my childhood in his hands. Like WWF, I grew up with that. Vince is very polarized with me. I have mixed feelings with Vince because a part of me thinks I think he's a little bit better creative. He just couldn't follow through with his plans, but I think he had a better creative strategy than most.
I think the time just ran out for him. He got old. What I mean?
That's what I'm saying. He couldn't follow through. Like he could start a good story, but he did not know how to finish it, especially at a certain point.
Yeah,
because I don't care what anyone says. I think Butch is still a better idea than Pete Dunne.
Yeah, I
don't care. Just
me too. I feel the same way. Time got away. Time got away from him.
You had the Bloodline story, Ruthless Aggression, and a lot of great stories under him.
I'm the type of person, to a fault, I will separate personal from what I know from what I've known. You know what I'm saying? I will separate that.
It depends on what that is, though. Like it really depends. If it's anything that is SA, child related, or anything like that, I don't know. Like it really. Like,
I don't know. Like it's hitting though.
Like I really like R. Kelly, but boy, it's really hard to listen to some of that music based on what he's in jail for.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You hear it different.
Exactly. But I mean, really stepping in the name of love, come on. My little big toe start to groove a little bit, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you know what? I guess that's not the song I was thinking about. More so the songs like I Believe I Could Fly.
Yeah.
Time.
The man was a great man. The man was a bona fide singer. You ain't got that no more. I mean, he
wrote songs for Michael Jackson.
The man can sing. Now, so outside of the realms of crazy stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, any type of sexual assault, all that other fools, all that crazy stuff that they got going on these days, I'm not with it. And I'm not condoning. I just want to be clear. I'm not condoning anything that was in the lawsuit, but I'm not opposed to giving somebody a second trial at life. So
I mean,
that's just me.
I don't think anyone's taking his life away. The guy's still
All right, go find something to do. You still got
That's
money.
just me.
Yeah, he still can do whatever he wants.
Well, you
so
know,
I don't
because I mean,
most
you
part.
start to throw a whole person's career away based on a moment. You know what I'm saying? Which is why young kids out there, if you're listening, tighten up. Don't open that message. Don't do it. Don't do it. They'll throw you away. They will throw you away. Don't do it. Tread lightly.
I think the conversation of cancel culture is a little overblown. I do.
Damn, that cancel culture real.
I hear you saying it's real, but who's the last person that was actually canceled?
I mean,
nobody actually canceled, but with
I think
certain people,
I
the
think that statement's a
sponsorship
little
and
overblown.
your career could be messed up.
Okay, but again, who has it really affected? Kevin Spacey? That may be the last person you could
what's
probably
the
name.
dude? What's the guy from the Raiders? The coach. What's his name?
John Gruden? But
John
John Gruden was a bad coach, though. So it's like that's not a good. He was also a bad coach. 10-year contract with the Raiders.
He could break down some play on film, man.
You know what? Okay, but you know what? If you pull up highlights of JaVale McGee, you would think he was a really good basketball player. That doesn't mean he was a really good dude.
Hey, hold on,
John
real quick.
Gruden really wasn't that great of a coach. He got lucky with a Tony.
Hold
Dungy
on one
team.
second.
Sorry.
I heard something outside. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but with that, you know, I just don't think he should have been. I like to say, yeah, second chances. Like I said, he had more than that to me. Like I said, go just do whatever you want to do. Just don't come back to WWE. That's all I say.
Don't come back to WWE, you say.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you: do you think he'll ever be back?
No.
No. So you're like he's never coming back. You're definitively confident he'll never be back.
I don't think so.
All right,
I mean, I feel like they like what they got going on right now. They're getting so many deals and partnerships and this and that, and so I feel like they like the way things are going. Not to say that they're going to go this way always.
Right. Say never.
You never know what could happen, but I don't know. I would hope that they wouldn't. Like, so depend on. I guess it probably depends on what the case, comes out to be. The results of the case when it's finally done. But I would hope that they smart enough not to bring him back into the fold. But
they brought Brock back.
Yeah.
I mean, you said Brock was an in-ring competitor, and all that's to still be determined. So.
It is to be determined. Like I am kind of curious to see how the fans, and even I kind of popped when he popped up at SummerSlam. But after
the whole building did. Yeah.
I know, but after did the F5, it kind of just I don't know that feeling of no, because it's weird. Like I don't know what he brings. Now he's a good competitor for Cena because they do have a history. I just I don't know if there's going to be anything after that. And if there is, the only other thing he needs to be doing is going against Gunther.
Yeah,
that's it. If he does anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be like an extended deal. You know what I mean, or a run.
Well, he was never off the contract. He's still on his same contract.
He's still getting paid.
Yeah,
I mean, same contract.
And Triple H said months ago that Brock doing what he does. When he wants to come back, he'll come back. So we kind of knew then that Brock was going to come back eventually.
No, I didn't know
that. He said that on the post show. So I kind of knew then.
I heard that, but that didn't click with my mind. So.
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
It did with me. I don't know, but
I always think he was out because number one, I didn't think he even won. Not everyone is a favorite to a booker, and Brock made it seem like he did not want to be under the Triple H regime. So that's why I didn't want sure he was coming back because he said I'm retired. Because he seemed to really like Vince because Vince let him do whatever he wanted. I don't think Triple H would be like you can do whatever you want. So that's why I didn't think he would come back either.
No, I don't know. Well, he said that months ago, so I figured it was only a matter of time. But here we are now. He's here sporadically, like always. But
So are we going to be looking forward to the Brock Lesnar John Cena match when it does eventually happen? We thought it was going to happen at Clash of Paris, but it's happening.
I mean, I'll watch it, but it ain't my favorite thing that's on this farewell tour. Ain't gonna be my favorite thing on there. I would have, like I told you last episode, I would have rather see him fight Edge, but Edge is at AEW. That would just have been a better pop and better moment for me.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
I'm saying if it was Edge instead of Brock, even if it was The Rock instead of Brock, it would have been a better moment for me. But it is what it is right now. We're gonna have the Brock and Cena match eventually, but I hope that's not his last match.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I don't think it's gonna be his last match, but it makes sense. You know, you want to have if we talking from the standpoint of Cena's greatest hits, you know, have another match with Brock. So I don't see why not.
I mean, I get the reason, but I just rather not see Brock. Like I said, I
And
just
I
got
mean,
tired of Brock
I
after a
would
while.
love to see Edge, but I mean that's kind of far fetched because
Yeah, it is because in AEW, but it's other matches that Cena could have, and like I said, for Cena's last match or last feud to be somebody that he could put over and as the one of the next big stars.
mm-hmm.
Like I said, Obafemi for me, or somebody of that caliber to put so Cena to put them over.
Now I wish Kurt Angle was still in the ring like that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, a lot of people that Cena used to fight, but like I said, AJ Styles right there also that could be a match. There could be a lot of people for
He
Cena.
only got so many appearances now.
Yeah, right. Like I said, he got so many.
Because
he's got 13.
He's ending at December, right? That's it. Right?
Yeah, that's it.
I think he only has 13 appearances. So we got a 13.
Yeah, so he did that SmackDown.
13. That's not even 2 weeks.
Some people
it might be less than that.
His last match. Well, like this coming WrestleMania, and then this one coming up should be like his last match. But he said that WrestleMania, this past WrestleMania, was going to be his last WrestleMania. So
yeah, that was his last one. So in December he is done. But I hope they play this all the rest of the year right, and we're gonna see.
Yeah, we'll see. With that being said, should Cena's last match be at a PLE or should it be on a Saturday Night's Main Event?
Definitely a PLE.
Real quick. The only reason Saturday Night's Main Event is because we talk about the fans. Not everyone may be able to have Peacock. Not everyone may be able to get a pay-per-view, but everyone could see an NBC Saturday Night's Main Event. So it's like everyone gets to see that Cena's last match, as opposed to having to get a subscription plan to see it.
That's smart.
Yeah,
that's the reason I was thinking that was his last match for that reason. And now that it's on the PLE, which by the way, they're only doing to counter AEW. It's like, are we really going to use Cena's run? Can we just focus on Cena? Why we gotta? We already did that topic though. We already talked about that.
Yeah, I still think it should be a PLE for caliber of star he is, and dedicate a whole big show to him.
Yeah,
I mean,
you could have dedicated that whole Saturday Night's Main Event to him. The entire show could have been. You could have had a highlights. You could have had some build up. He could have gave a speech. He could have had his last match. Could have been the whole thing.
Because I mean, they don't have nothing in December, right?
Oh, I have no idea.
Because you got Survivor Series coming up.
Yeah, I don't know. They can pull anything out. They can do whatever they want, really. So.
Oh yeah, there's no denying that.
They can make a pay-per-view out of nowhere. Vengeance is back.
So I don't know.
This Saturday, December, whatever.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure having it on a PLE would be nice. Clash in Paris. After Clash in Paris, it is Crown Jewel. That's so that's in October. So they don't have a show in September then.
Nope.
Nah, I don't think so.
And they don't have nothing in
show
December.
in September.
Yeah.
And right now, Survivor Series is in November. So they're making this stuff up as they go along. Okay, because right now the next Royal Rumble, that's in January, and that's going to be in Riyadh.
So it's going to have to be a Saturday Night Main Event in December.
Oh no, like RC said, they can pull one out of the blue. They can pull a PLE right out of the thin air. They can pluck a capital punishment out of nowhere. They can call Ruthless Aggression would be the last pay-per-view.
Hey, that would be perfect. That would be perfect right there. Ruthless Aggression.
I mean, who's going to stop them? I mean, who's going to say you can't? Look, they ain't got to do a stadium show.
Yeah.
Got to be an arena.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, you got to tell them months in advance, though, so you get a location and tickets sold.
If somebody's listening, bring it to Orlando. I love it. Bring it right here to Orlando.
Oh, I might make a trip there if it's in Orlando. Cena's last match. Let's get it
right to the Kia Center. Come on, right?
Kia Center. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, that'd be nice to see his last match, but
But I didn't mean not the vehicles. But all right. Well, any final thoughts? Any other? When is Clash in Paris again? Should we have done?
It's coming up.
it's coming up. We got time to preview that, but stay
Oh,
tuned.
that's August 31st. Okay,
That's
never
all-
mind.
that's-
Yeah, we got time to
that's-
preview
That's the end of
that.
the month.
Because they haven't announced. Only match they got is that Fatal 4-Way, right? Fatal
Well,
Well,
4-Way.
they got Cena and Logan Paul.
Cena,
Oh,
Logan
then-
Paul, and
I
they
don't
still
even know why
have-
that. I don't even count that. I don't even know why that's even on there.
And then it was supposed to be Naomi and Stephanie, but I don't know what they're gonna do with that situation, like we was talking about. But,
Is Logan Paul going to win that match?
Yeah, probably.
I say no.
Nah.
I say no.
Cena doesn't. Cena, I mentioned this to RC before, Ron. Cody was a heel asking for the real John Cena because the real John Cena doesn't win wrestling matches. The real John Cena has not won matches in 2 years. Let's remember this. Prior to the Elimination Chamber, the
He lost
real
to
John
Solo.
Cena,
Yeah.
he lost to everyone. He lost
Yeah.
Austin Theory. He lost for 2 to 3 years straight. That's who Cody wanted because he wanted to win that title back. Because that's the one he knew he could beat. With that being said, I don't see how Logan Paul could lose his match.
Logan Paul ain't losing this match. Cena about to lose. Cena about
Logan
to ride
Paul-
out. Cena about to ride out with that L all the way out.
Well,
Logan
we
Paul
gonna be
is
making
gonna
some
be
bets.
elevated.
We gonna be making some bets. Look, we got it going.
Logan Paul has a track record of where he can't beat the top card main events. He can beat the mid cards.
Yeah.
Cena's going to be that one that cracks him to the top card main event.
For what reason, I still don't know.
Oh, to win the world title.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's going to win the
why.
world title.
No, I know that's the end goal, but I'm like still like, what in the world? I don't know why.
Oh, because he got followers. That's what
I
people
got
care
followers
about, right?
too.
No, but Logan Paul has a different fan base.
Yeah, he's got different kind of followers. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's the thing, right? Everyone's got. That's why I hate this age of celebrities. I don't understand half of these celebrities. I still don't know what a KSI is, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
I don't know what a KSI. That sounds risky to me.
I do. I mean, that's Logan Paul partner.
Yeah,
Prime.
exactly. I just don't know what he does. Like, what does ISO Speed really do?
Nothing.
They're streamers.
But what do they stream? Just themselves?
And how?
Yeah,
Listen,
it's showing them doing anything. Like ISO Speed.
We're trying to crack these numbers. We need to know.
I'll tell you because they.
But I mean, ISO
online.
Speed is like a streamer. He does video games. He goes to different countries. He does all kinds of stuff.
We might do video games.
He has not. Does he still play video games?
Yeah, him and Casanet. They did Minecraft. They did.
But I'm talking about. Dude, I know they did. My question is like right now.
This is recent. This is recent that they did in the last few months.
You watched
but
it?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I missed the highlights.
But I'm saying is you did see that they did that.
Yeah,
Like, that was the thing you looked at. Okay.
Yeah.
Casanet,
one of the biggest streamers there is.
No,
he did a whole Batman
series.
series.
Hold on. I'm actually more curious on how this ends up in your algorithm. Like, so this is what popped up in your Instagram, or did you have to go look for it?
No, like I said, it's in my algorithm. But I mean, they are major YouTube stars. So that's what I'm saying. You just kind of know about certain people.
I know that's the thing, right? So I was having this discussion earlier myself with some. Oh yeah, we're talking about Michael Jackson and the whole dynamic of people fainting at his concerts. And it's like there was a point in time when there was a monolith of who the celebrities were. We all kind of agreed these set people are celebrities because of set reasons. Now we have people who are said celebrities for whatever reason. There was this girl who has over 1 million followers, high engagement on YouTube, Instagram, and all this stuff. Did a meet and greet. Nobody showed up. And what? Wow. Like that doesn't. How do you equate as a celebrity? I have the 1 million followers, but I still can't get people to pop up in my event. Am I even a celebrity at this point? I still have millions of followers.
But nowadays, nobody's buying like the actual CD. You know, you were invested into. Like, man, you picked the time. You drove to the store to get the CD, so you was like really invested in it. Now, you just press a button. I can't tell you the last time I paid for anybody album.
Okay, but you're talking about albums. See, again, the monolithic idea that if you're famous, it's because you have a talent or a gift. We're talking about people. What's Kai Cenat's talent?
Charisma, basically.
What charisma? But
that's it.
I know. Okay, but that's okay. I get you can't teach that, but a lot of people have charisma. That's not a real talent. That's not something I would pay to see. Like,
no,
I'm not. Like if
But
he was on a
he
concert,
this man just had a number of small streamers who went
I
to
know.
a streaming university.
I know.
And
I get all
it's been
that.
millions of watches. Or he does a mafia-thon, like a marathon of shows
No, I
where
get all
he's
that.
on screen for 24 hours for 30 days.
No, I get all that.
They do
Again, I'm
all
just
kind of crazy stuff
no,
like
but what I'm
that.
talking about is just the dynamic of what is a celebrity. Like, how do we get to this point where that is considered a celebrity?
Are they
Because
called?
everybody,
But are they called influencers? That's what they.
I mean, yes, a name,
I don't
but
even like the term
they,
influencers because what are they influencing? Like, that's what I hate. That's why I use. That's why I'd rather say celebrities because influencer sounds dangerous. Like, what are you influencing? I hate that term.
this
I
new
never liked
generation.
Yeah,
But I
where's that
mean,
going?
I don't know.
who knows? But
Going to hell on a scholarship.
Pass
they
the
getting
fifth
they
grade
they
reading
getting the
level.
money
Most
off of
people
this.
can't pass a 5th grade reading level, and I'm told these people are influencers.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
is
it's
why
true.
none of this stuff makes sense to me. But you know what? We're in this realm. Speaking of which, how about you like and subscribe to this so
Hey,
that we can get 1 million followers
we
and
trying to
truly
get to it.
influence the
You need
youth?
$1 million.
Because Champions
we
Court is for
trying
the
to bring that
kids.
positivity out, and
We
and
trying to crack.
influence.
We trying to crack 3,000. Let's do it.
Well, let's really try to
Hey.
crack something. I don't know, because hey, but you know what? We are on the road to 3,000. Help us get there. Share the page. Share the Instagrams. Share the TikToks. People are going to like it. Even if you disagree, come in the comment section. Let us know. You never know. We may bring you on one day.
Oh yeah, that definitely.
Yep, we 2.8 right now, 2.83. So
All right. There it is then. Look at that. So what do we need? About like what? 297 more people? 297 more.
Hey,
They're
don't
out
just
there.
stop there though. We need
No,
to be
exactly. But hey, one step at a time though. We just get one step at a
Aside.
time. Once you get to 3,000, the next goal is to 3,500. And then from there, 4,000. And then from there, 4,500 and so forth and so on.
Oh yeah.
We're looking for 500 viewers a month.
there you go.
Hey, we appreciate that y'all the ones who sticking with us, showing up for every show right now. But like I said, we got a lot to bring to you in the future, so stay tuned. Hit that notification bell.
Hit the like and subscribe button. If nothing else, then again, a Champions Corner podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Have a good night, everyone. Tell everyone good night.
Hey, peace.
Good night.